recording. All right, it's good to see a couple of new people here today. I'm going to try to keep today a little short. I know that you guys, we talked last week about parts of an essay, and we went over a sample essay, Winning the Lottery, and I asked you to go over another sample essay that had similar notes, similar highlights in the margins and throughout the text, and I assigned a quiz. So what I would like to do is go over that quiz right now. Let me share my screen so that you can see it. Ooh, why is it? Okay, there we go. We got the right color. Give it a second and you should be able to see it. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger for you. All right, we're going to try to go through this quickly. I have, let's see, I have Winning the Hazards of Moviegoing open as well. Let's see how we can. All right. It's going to be a little bit small, but let's do this. Okay, you should have the Hazards of Moviegoing open anyways. You can open it on your own. So in the sample essay, the hook is, and it's kind of, so if you guys remember pages 52 and 53 in your 1101 book, I'm going to put that in the chat. Pages 52 to 53. Do you guys remember what's on pages 52 to 53 of your textbook? Are you guys not able to see the sample essay in front of you?
Yeah, I see the quiz.
Yes, I can see the
quiz.
You can see the quiz, but I've got the sample essay Hazards of Moviegoing open also, but I don't think it's going to let you see that. You're going to have to open it up on your own. Sorry. Anyways, remember on pages 52 and 53 on your book are 8 different strategies for writing a hook. So as you're working on your essays in 1101, make sure that you're looking at those 8 different strategies. So what is a strategy that this hook is using?
A personal story.
Very good. It's a personal story. It's saying my friends, I remember a time. This is a personal story. Hi, Larisha. There are no statistics here. There's no historical facts. There's no quotation. Do you guys remember in Winning the Lottery which strategy was being used? You can pull that up from Blackboard if you want.
Yeah, I want to maybe.
Anyone remember? I want you guys to know these sample essays pretty well, so that as you're writing, you remember examples. So I'm going to read you the hook from Winning the Lottery. Every week, my father buys a Powerball lottery ticket hoping to win the grand prize, blah, 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 blah. What strategy is he using?
A personal story.
Very good. A personal story. Do the rest of you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, I want you to look at Winning the Lottery a little bit more carefully. The author actually uses 2 different strategies. If you're looking at the highlighted version that I posted in Blackboard, I want you to look at that orange highlighted version. I want you to read it really quickly to yourself and tell me what other strategy. It's not a choice here. In number 1 in the Hazards of Moviegoing, it's not one of the choices. Open up your book to 52 to 53 if you have it.
Okay.
Telling a personal story is strategy number 3 on page 52. Every week, my father buys a Powerball lottery ticket hoping to win the grand prize. Even when money is tight, he puts aside a few dollars so he can play his numbers. Like most Americans, he dreams of winning a fortune. Everything is good, right? Everything is like, my dad winning a fortune. However, Winning a lottery may not bring the rewards that people dream of. It can cause unexpected problems. What is the other strategy this author is using? I don't know if you guys even have your book, so I'm not really sure how long I should wait.
Yeah, I have my book.
Okay. I'll give you a hint. It's on page 53.
Is it the surprising statement?
Okay, I can see why it could be a surprising statement, but that's not the one I was going for. The word however, that transition is the key.
Yeah, so contradiction. Okay, yeah.
Very
yeah.
good. Very good.
Yeah,
If
I
you
see that.
guys don't have your
But
book
could
in
I?
front of you, go ahead.
But you said it could be like the surprising statement because she just I don't know, not really, but I see how she just switched it up like but I could feel like contradiction is a better situation for
Yeah.
that.
I'm putting a note in the chat for anyone who doesn't have their book and needs to look this up later on. So, right, it's using a personal story, but then it's also using a contradicting statement. Excellent, Reginald. I'm so happy you got that. Very good. All right, so we're going to move on. I know this is probably going slower than you guys, what I said. We're going to briefly go over this. You probably thought it was going to take about 30 seconds, but what I'm modeling for you guys is the level of depth and the level of thought I want you to use when you're reading, taking quizzes, going over quizzes, going over feedback on your essays, and even when you're writing your essays. I want you to really spend time engaging with every question and every thought. All right, let's go to number 2. In the sample essay, The Hazards of Moviegoing, the thesis statement is located where? Somebody tell me.
At the end of the introductory paragraph.
Exactly. At the end of the introductory paragraph, that's where your thesis statement should always be located. Does anybody... Okay, let me back up before I ask that question. Very good. Thank you, Edith. This is not a rule in life. In the real world of writing, this is not necessarily a rule. For the sake of teaching the basic standard academic essay, this is a rule. So in 1101, 1102, maybe even if you go higher in English classes, this is the rule that the thesis statement goes as the last sentence of the introductory paragraph. But can anyone tell me why? What's the reason for that?
Why?
What is the reason? What is the reason that the thesis statement goes at the end of the introductory paragraph? You should be able to see The Hazards of Moviegoing up here right now. Why does it go here? I want you guys to think for a minute. What if this sentence went at the very top of the introduction? What if the paper started with this? What would have to happen? Okay, that's Edith, that's the job of the thesis statement. You're right. But what is the reason that it goes at the end of the introduction? Erica, take a stab at it. Erica, what if the essay started with this? I love going to the movies, but even though I love going to the movies, the inconvenience of going out, the temptations of the concession stand, and the behavior of some patrons are reasons for me to wait and rent the DVD, or watch it on Netflix, or watch it on Disney Plus. What if that was the first sentence? What, as a writer, Erica, or anybody else, as a writer, what would you be forced to do next?
Is the thesis statement supporting title or supporting the Introduction?
The
Like
thesis
a
statement
hook?
is at the thesis statement is at the end of the introduction, and everything above it is the hook. That's the purpose of the hook, is just to get the reader's attention, to grab the reader's attention.
Yeah.
I'm going to rephrase the question, okay? I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it again the way I said it to Erica just now. Imagine that this entire essay began with that gray sentence. As the writer, if that was your first sentence, what would you be forced to do next to fill up the paragraph?
You would have to switch it around, like add more back. Like I don't know, that's not enough for an introduction paragraph though. So
It's not enough, but I didn't say it was enough. We have to fill up the intro.
no,
So what would we have
yeah,
to
that's
do?
what I'm saying. You would have to add like you would have to add
What would you
the
be
rest of the
forced to
story.
add, dear Reginald? What would you end up adding probably?
Mm.
If you tell the reader up front, like first sentence, here are the
Yes.
3 reasons I don't like going to the movie theater. 1, 2, 3. Aren't you going to have to start talking about those 3 reasons now?
Yeah, yeah, at least a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you start talking about those 3 reasons now, you're going to end up
You gotta
repeating.
messing up your body, right?
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
going to mess up the body. You're going to end up saying everything that's going to be in your body. And then the body's just going to be a repetition.
So they
So
really don't even have to read it.
Yes, exactly. Very good. All right, you got that. Does that make sense, you guys? I'll give you a couple of quiet seconds to
Yes.
kind of digest that.
So you saying basically like if we was to switch that around, then therefore then we would really have to like I don't know, it wouldn't be a good essay because you would already be explaining what basically the 3 reasons of your the thesis statement.
Exactly. Very good, dear Reginald. You got it. Yep. Okay. Number 3, in the sample essay, The Hazards of Moviegoing, according to the thesis statement, this essay is going to be about what? Can someone dear Reginald, I know you know this one. Thank you. I'm assuming you know this one, but I want to give everyone a second to think about it. According to data, I should give 3 seconds, but I'll give you guys longer.
Yeah, Edith
Good job.
got it.
Yeah, Edith got it. Number 3, why the author does not like going to the movie theater. Again, that thesis statement is that underlined sentence, and it's telling us why he doesn't like going to the theater. Good. All right. In the sample essay, The Hazards of Moviegoing, how many body paragraphs are there? Anybody?
3.
3.
Okay.
3.
So
3.
again, just like that question a couple minutes ago, there's no hard and fast rule in the real world that when you write an essay, it has to have 3 body paragraphs. There's no rule like that. But in high school and in the entry-level English classes in college, we learn the 5-paragraph essay. And the reason that we do that is we're just teaching a basic template. Once you master that template, then you can go off and do all sorts of things. It's just like when people, learn to bake. The first thing they learn to bake, probably like chocolate chip cookies or a vanilla cake. And then when they get really good at that and they understand all these basics, they can go off and do all these fancy things. All right. The first body paragraph is about the first body paragraph. That's the one that starts with, to begin with, I just do not enjoy the general hassle of the evening. So the first body paragraph is about
Why the authors did not enjoy the hassle of going out to the movies.
Okay, the 4th option. Very good. Now, where in that body paragraph do we find that out? What is that sentence called?
The topic sentence.
It's called a topic sentence. So every body paragraph should start, good, Edith. Every body paragraph should start with the topic sentence. I want to, again, take a look at, I want to take a look at this again together. We've got these 3. We've got these 3 yellow highlighted sentences. So just take a look at it. Just sit back and, I'm not reading anything. I'm just looking at this sheet of paper. We can see there's a paragraph up here that has the hook and the thesis statement. That's the intro. The notes are on the side. I asked you guys to study the notes in the margins. All the way at the bottom, we have this concluding paragraph, but in the middle, we've got these 3 body paragraphs. And why is the first sentence highlighted? Do Reginald's already answered this question? Someone else tell me.
It's the topic sentence.
Very good. Thank you, Erica. These 3 are the topic sentences. Erica, can you remind me what the job of the thesis of the topic sentence is?
Tell what the body is going to be about.
What the whole body is going to be about?
Well, just the first paragraph.
What that body paragraph is going to be about. So this yellow sentence, this topic sentence tells me, very good, Edith. This topic sentence here, this first one, tells me what this paragraph is about. This topic sentence tells me what this paragraph is about. And this topic sentence tells me what this paragraph is about. Right, Edith. Sorry, Lanita. Each topic sentence introduces that paragraph. All right. Good. Let me go back to the quiz. This thing makes me go back every single time. All right. Back to the quiz. So we know the second body paragraph is about what? Second, the theater offers tempting snacks that I really do not need. Number one. On number 6? We're on number 6. The second body paragraph. Edith.
No,
sorry. Very good,
The
Edith. I'm sorry.
author's
I was reading the option. Sorry, Edith. You're right. It's the second reason the author does not like going to the movie theater, which is the tempting snacks. All right, number 7. The third body paragraph focuses on?
Other people in the movie theater.
Is it?
The other people, yeah.
strange
Yeah.
sounds in the movie theater.
It's the other people in the movie theater, I would say.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking it's loud moviegoers.
Yeah, I think that's what I had put. I got
It's
this
loud
one wrong
moviegoers
actually.
because it's not
No.
okay. Let me show you. This is called okay. I want to say something. I'm going to use number 7 as an example, but it's about something else. What I'm about to say is about word choice, and word choice is very important in your essays. It's not something we discuss in this class very much. It's a little bit of an advanced thing. But the words that you choose to use in your writing is very important. When you say other people in the movie theater, who are you talking about? 5% of them, the front row, the kids, the people in the back row, or everybody?
Yeah, that's true. I
Everybody.
guess that's a general term. Yeah, everybody.
Very good. It's general, so it includes everybody. But when you
Right.
when you say loud moviegoers, this person, remember, I wasn't asking you about just the topic sentence. I was asking you
Right.
about what the third paragraph focuses on. And he says, little kids race up and down the aisles, making lots of noise. Their parents are lost somewhere out in cyberspace. Teenagers. So it's about the people, the moviegoers, who are being loud. Not
Loud.
just the
Right.
kids, not all the other people, and not just the sounds. Okay, so I want you guys to be very careful with word choice. All right, in the
Mhm.
sample essay, number 8, the conclusion dedicates how many sentences to summarizing the body? I have to read the conclusion because I don't. Ooh,
Yeah, that's trippy right here. This tricked me.
Uh,
I ain't gonna lie.
you-
This the
I
one I
actually
got
got this
wrong.
one right, but I can't remember which one I chose.
the conclusion
Yeah,
dedicates
I did
how
not
many
get this one right.
sentences? Okay, give me a second. I want us to look at it.
Yeah, that's the only one I missed right here. Trick.
That's crazy. I got this one right, and I don't remember which one I chose.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
make it a little bit bigger. Okay,
because I definitely want to understand why I went wrong at.
all right. After arriving home from the movies one night, I decided I had had enough. Okay, that's a sentence. Does that summarize his main points?
Nope. It's the
No.
second sentence that summarizes the main
I
point.
was
Yep, that's where I
not
went
going.
wrong.
I was not going to be a moviegoer anymore. No. I was tired of the problems involved in getting to the theater. Edith, I'll have to go back to that. Give me a second. Let's focus on this one. I was tired of the problems involved in getting to the theater, resisting unhealthy snacks, and dealing with the patrons.
Mm-hmm.
That's one sentence. The next day, does this essay have anything, does the body have anything to do what he did the next day? Or Netflix? No. So basically, he only takes one sentence to summarize the body. Now, I want to explain to you why I asked this question. I know that in high school, maybe even in your class right now, you've been told that the conclusion, the whole conclusion should summarize the body. That is very, very, very basic. If your 1101 professor has asked you to do that, then do what they've asked you to do. If you were in my class, I would not recommend that. I would push my students to go a level higher. Because when you're writing a 2 or 3 or 4 page essay, that's considered a short essay. And I just read the body. I'm not going to forget what the body was about. I don't need to hear it all over again. I like using, and I teach my students in 1101 to use the strategy that this author used in The Hazards of Moviegoing. You can summarize in one sentence or 2 sentences, but then take me somewhere else. Take me to the future. What's happening now? What should we do now? All right. So if you have a question about that, like if you should do that or not, then talk directly to your 1101 professor. Edith wanted me to go back. Edith, it was loud moviegoers. Number 9 in a basic academic essay, again, so now we're not talking about the hazards of moviegoing anymore. Specifically, we're just talking about in a basic academic essay, how should the intro begin? What is it? We're looking at question 9.
In the basic essay, how should the introduction begin?
We just talked about this in length. When I asked you to open up to 52 and 53, and I asked Edith what would happen if the thesis state. Edith, we just talked about this for like 7 minutes.
Yeah, Lanita got it right.
Yeah, very good, Lanita. To hook the reader's attention. We're not, Edith, I want you to go back and when you go look at the recording, yeah, you got it. Remember, we don't start by answering the question because then there's nothing left to do. Okay, number 10. In a basic academic essay, the job of the thesis statement is? Good, Edith. To tell the reader what the body will be about. Tell the reader what the body will be about. Very good. Very good. I'm going to stop the recording.